great.
And you look great.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. I know your daughter.
I love your show. You know, everybody go to love you.
I love your museum. I went there in Vegas.
Did you go see my little place in Las Vegas?
I did. And I loved it.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, it's a little Hollywood extravaganza, the costumes, the stuff you got there.
It's the only one of its kind in America. It has all the famous stars, you know, Marilyn Monroe, everyone that I always grew up with, that I loved. So I tried to buy something from everyone and save it for all fans.
Did you go to all the little auctions and pick up things?
Yeah, MGM sold off their stuff in 1970, and then Fox 6 years later, and then Columbia. So I just kept buying to have it someday. I didn't have a dream at that time, but then I bought this little place in Vegas, 305 Convention Center Drive.
Oh, really? Where was that again?
Phone number 7, Debbie.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there New Year's, okay?
Because you work in the showroom there as well.
I will be there New Year's. I'm going to have a big show on New Year's.
Do you enjoy Las Vegas?
I do. I think it's a kick because it's just not real, you know. And you can live very normally there if you want to, which I don't want to.
No.
I like it because you can go shows every night. You can be home. You can be normal in Vegas, or truly you have the wild world out there.
That's right. And you get a 7-course buffet for $1.95.
99 cents.
99 cents. It's a circus, right?
Breakfast, 99 cents.
Right. And if you eat at like 4 a.m., you get a steak for a quarter. Isn't that true?
Yeah, if you want to be sick all night, you should do that.
Now, you finally go back to movies after 25 years. What made you go back to do this movie? I hear, by the way, that you're going to get nominated for Academy Award. That's what they say in the paper. What do you think?
From your lips to their ears, right? Well, I hope they see it. You know, sometimes I've been in the show business movies since 49 years now. I started out when I was 16, and sometimes we don't see every movie. So I just hope it doesn't get lost with all the big pictures coming out, because there's so many great pictures this year. It's really exciting.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot at Christmas this year. Mother, with you and Albert Brooks on, I think people will go see it.
Well, Mother is a wonderful movie Albert Brooks wrote. It's really, really funny, and it's about a guy in his 40s comes home to live with his mother because he can't figure his own love life out.
Right.
So he figures it's his mother's fault. It's always our mother's fault for some reason.
Did he call you and ask you to do the role?
Albert, no, my daughter Carrie called me. I was in Vegas doing my show, and it was like after the show, midnight. And she says, Mother, my daughter, you know Carrie?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know she has a very low voice.
Yes.
She's 5 feet tall and just bullies me. So she said I had to read the script that Albert wrote, and he's like a friend of hers from school. The old days, you know, New York and all that. They were kids together. I thought Albert Brooks was my daughter's boyfriend. I mean, I really didn't know he was this major big star.
Oh, really?
I didn't keep up with it. So she said, well, I had to fly into New York, to LA and read for him. And I haven't ever done a reading, or what do you call it?
Audition, yeah.
So I didn't know what that was about. So I read for him, and he said, well, that's fine, you've got it. And I didn't know what he meant. And I said, you have it, Debbie, you have the parts. I said, Albert, you really should have decided one reading, you should have me read something else. You see, you're bossing me around already. So you're like my mother already. So you got the part. So anyway, it took 3 months. He used handheld cameras, which I haven't ever heard of.
A steady cam, right. A guy that runs around with like harness and
harness,
yeah.
And the camera floats up, and it's fabulous. So it was very exciting.
You had a good time doing it?
I did. I had a lot. Well, it was scary because I haven't done a film in 25 years, and there's a lot of new things going on. You know, the new lights, new ways of shooting.
Right.
But the hour stinks.
The hour stinks. 4 a.m. You gotta get up.
4 a.m. Isn't that? You just said you were a little sleepy.
But
what time do you have to get up for this?
About 6:15. I have a son.
It's horrifying.
He's the year and a half. Every day 6:15. It's hard.
Every day I would like.
It's not like I'm working in a factory like a real job, and I have to work on my feet for 12. You know, people get up at 6:15 for real.
No, we're really lucky because we don't have a jackhammer. I wouldn't want those things.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't want that job because it would make me very nervous.
Me too. I'll still find a way to complain, though, you know. Even though I got it pretty good.
But that's the way you talk. I mean, in New York, I had to get up at 6 o'clock, so I'm worn out with it. What can you do?
Debbie Reynolds doing me.
What can I do? I'm going to do her.
All right, don't go anywhere.
I won't go.
All right,
I'm going to go.
Singing in the rain, unbelievable. Debbie Reynolds, good morning, good morning.
We danced the whole night through. Good morning,
Good morning to you.
and you, and you, and you.
It was so great. I mean,
Donald O'Connor, he was 27. He lives in Sedona. Hi, Donald.
Donald O'Connor, the best. And what about Gene Kelly? You met him? Were you nervous?
Of course. Well, he was the star. He was the director. He did everything. Gene Kelly, Nadine O'Connor, Betty Green. So many people collaborated on that movie. I was just lucky to be in it. And we made that in 1950. When it was released, it wasn't like a big smash hit. You know, it took a few years for it to catch on because it was a spoof of Hollywood. Now the young people like it. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah, it's great. When you auditioned, did you know how to dance?
You didn't audition in those days. You're on the contract.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Self-conscious, no, my ex did, Debbie. No, you were under contract. They just assigned you?
Yeah, when you were under contract, L.B. Mayer, who was the boss, he just called in Mr. Kelly, and he had me in there first, and he says, now, Debbie, and he had a little accent, so I'll do it.
All right, go ahead, you can.
Well,
Even do it to me, I don't care.
No, it wasn't your type. It was not a New York accent. It was a little bit Jewish, you know? He says, Debbie, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be in the movie, you're going to dance, you're going to sing, you're going to have such a great time, and you're going to be a big star. And then Mr. Kelly comes in and he says, so Gene, you got a star. Right next to you, that's your star. So Gene says, well, how do you do? I'm sure he would have liked to have chosen his own leading lady. And Mr. Mayer said, so say hello, my name is Debbie. So he says, hello, he says, can you dance? And I said, no.
Oh, no.
That picked his day right up. So the Irish, you know, Gene was a little, says, can you do a time step? I said, I can do a time step. So I showed him that, and it was pretty awful, I'm sure. Then he said, can you do a maxi forward? And I said, is that a car? Because a maxi forward is a tap step, in case anybody wants to know. This is a maxi forward. The camera back.
Go ahead, do the maxi forward. Pretty good, Dexter. Pretty good! The maxi forward. And your name was not always Debbie Reynolds.
No, when I was first under contract to Warner's first for a year, they changed my name from Mary Frances, because I'm from Texas. And everybody in Texas says two names, Sue Ellen, Elizabeth Sue. And my name is Mary Frances. And everybody said that's really boring. I like the name of Mary and I like Frances, but they changed it to Debbie, and I've been Debbie so many years.
Did you mind it?
I did. I didn't answer for 3 years.
Really?
But I fought for Reynolds because I said, that's my dad's name. And I was really proud of my dad. He moved us from Texas. We were really poor, and he helped our lives all be better. So I just insisted that I'm going to stay Reynolds.
And how'd you lose the accent? Did you go to college?
Studied, yeah. So you have a chance.
I think. All right, Debbie. Well, thank you. There you go. I have no accent.
See, she can talk like, good morning.
But it gives me a headache. Thank you for being here, Debbie Reynolds. I would just like to ask you about your granddaughter.
My granddaughter's name is... My granddaughter's name is Billy.
She's adorable.
She's adorable. Oh, yes. It's great fun to have grandchildren. I just have the one little girl. Because Carrie's off in Jamaica now with her. They're going to Jamaica, having a good time. And they're coming back in time for Christmas with my mother, who's 84 now. And then we're going to my little hotel in Vegas for New Year's. So we'll all be together New Year's.
Oh, that'll be great.
Grandma will be up on the stage sparkling. The granddaughter calls me Sparkle.
She does?
Because I wear shiny stuff, you know.
Oh, because you always wear the glitter? Oh, that's so funny.
On the stage I do, and then she calls me Abba also.
How come she calls you Abba?
Want to sing it?
All
You've
right.
never heard of it, you're too young.
I know. So some people use it. She
No, I'm thrilled.
I know everything. I know those songs.
I know you know everything. That's why your show was such a hit.
I know. I can sing. You throw something out, Debbie Reynolds. It's a curveball. No, I hit it right out of the park.
She's got it. She's got it. The kid got it.
Now, the movie Mother, you and Alba Brooks, it opens on Christmas.
That's right. Mother opens Christmas Day. I hope everybody will go see it. It's really funny. If anyone that has a mother will laugh and laugh.
Right, and even if you don't, it's probably a fun movie to see anyway.
Pretend it's father.
There you go. And again, where's that casino?
In Las Vegas, 305 Convention Center Drive.
And the number again?
7 Debbie.
Oh, all right. Debbie Reynolds, ladies and gentlemen. It's a thrill media. Thanks for joining us.
She absolutely knew the words to Abba
Be
Dabba.
good if you turned on your mic, though.
Oh. So now everybody missed every word I said.
Oh, we got a
And
whole...
now we have sound issues.
No, it's not a sound issue.
But anyway, let me see if did anyone hear a word I
Not
said?
a word you
Let
said.
me just say, hold
I'll
on.
take care of it. Don't worry.
No audio. Okay. Hold on.
You didn't turn on your microphone.
We're figuring it out. Hold on 1 second. I am coming back. What's wrong with it?
The handheld mic is turned on.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to my profile. Can people hear me now?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, great. So you can hear me now. What I was saying was that when Debbie did that, life is really weird because when Debbie did that, I was on the Rosie O'Donnell show as well too. Rosie was actually a good friend of mine, really great, and her show was so good if you remember back then because she was a super fan and she loved everybody that came on there, and you could just see it. And she knew the words to Abba Dabba Honeymoon, which is like insane. But Seth Robichaud, thank you for finding that clip. Ryan told me that you suggested that clip, and you couldn't have picked a better one. So hello and happy Saturday night to everybody. How are you tonight? What is going on? It's Thanksgiving weekend. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? I did. I actually woke up, I wasn't feeling well at all. And then I just got through the day, and by the time it came to eat, I felt much better. And I slept for 9 hours last night, which I needed badly. And so I've been having a very nice weekend. And I'm leaving tomorrow morning, and I'll be gone for 9 days. And I bought a little ring light at Home Depot yesterday. That mic is interfering, but I'll turn mine off when she comes on. There you go. So I went to Home Depot yesterday and I bought a Venus flytrap and a ring light. I didn't realize that Venus flytraps, Aspen was with me, who's working on things tonight. I didn't realize that Venus flytraps really do eat meat. And so it was open like this yesterday when I got home, and I said, what am I supposed to feed it? Usually there's a fly around somewhere. Of course I get a Venus flytrap. No flies to be found. So I called Brooke, and she came over at 9:30 in the night because I was panicking that I was going to kill this plant. I can't keep a silk plant alive, and now I have a plant that is meat eating. So she brought a meatball, and we fed the meatball to the plant, and the plant ate the meatball. You put a little piece of the meat, and it goes, and it eats the meatball. Not the whole meatball, but just a little piece of it. And so I got that, and while we were at Home Depot, the store got looted. Yes, I told Todd when I got home, I felt someone brush up against me when I was at the checkout, and the looter said, "Pardon me." So it was a looter with manners.
Well, I think that's the way it should be.
But
I think basically that
it was horrible, though. It was scary because, people just grab it. People squat and gobble. They eat and then they run. Squat, gobble, run. This person was stealing leaf blowers and whatever else they could get their hands on. And I looked to make sure Aspen was okay, and of course she was. And then, I had a lot on my mind, and I was just paying. And the cashier said, "You have to pay for that." Like that was going to work. And, they just ran and laughed the whole way. And it was just, and it made me think, it's really scary because these people that are looting stores, and I'm going to use the word loot because I don't care.
Well, what exactly would it be if it's not looting?
It's looting, no matter how you look at it.
Well, or maybe they own Home Depot and they were just coming to get some of their stuff.
Oh.
You didn't check to see that.
No, that's true.
They could have been.
I didn't give that as a possibility.
It's possible. Or let's just say they were like the majority shareholder. It's a public company, right, Steve? Home Depot's public, so they
Yes.
could be a majority shareholder just collecting their dividends.
But here's the part that
I mean,
really
I think the
bothers
police
me.
need to stay out of this stuff entirely. I mean, there's just no reason to stop any of this. We should just let it be rampant everywhere. Just come get whatever you
Well, that's
want.
what they're doing. So what happened was I I realized, though, that, they weren't armed, which was nice. Because that
You don't need to be armed these days. That actually is the good side of all this. If you
But
don't,
doing this in stores when people are there is all bad.
but the good thing is that is the one. If you're going to find one thing, none of this is good. But if you want to find something that is good, if no one fights and they just let them have it, then there's you don't need guns anymore. So you can have less violent crime.
Yeah.
So I guess there's somebody who actually thinks that's a good idea.
Well, what happened in the end, I was a little scared to walk outside and walk through a parking lot to my car because I had a lot of stuff in the basket, including
You might have
Venus flytraps.
And you know what? You might have had some of their stuff in your basket. So you just don't know.
Anyway,
you can never tell what's theirs
I
and
was
yours.
so
I mean, how do
sad.
you know these days?
I was sad to see this going on in Las Vegas because I thought it was really just,
Restricted to California?
yeah.
I don't
But
think
you know
so.
what? I'll tell you, this is
Have
the
you
Wild
watched
West.
Portland? Portland's hot on the list.
Right, but we're the Wild West. Someday, someone's going to snap, and they're going to be sorry they did that.
So here's what happens.
Okay.
If you're not Home Depot or Louis Vuitton or something, and
Yes.
let's say you're a mom and pop store, and this is your blood life, this is how your family eats,
Yes.
then they come in to take your inventory. It's conceivable that somebody might decide to resist,
Right.
and they would be within their rights to do so. However, do you think it's worth, that's always the question, how far do you go over a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit that even if somebody were trying to come onto your property, it's not, there's no cause for deadly force unless somebody is threatening you to that level.
Yeah.
So if they're stealing the lawnmower out of your front lawn, essentially you just let them have it.
Right. Well, so the
Mine's all beat up and doesn't run anyway, so have at it.
Well, it does when you change the batteries or whatever you boys do to the lawnmowers, but
Wait a minute, that was very sexist. Boys and lawnmowers. I think I am very offended.
I'm sorry, but I can barbecue and turn on a grill, but
You
I
can.
do not know how to fix a lawnmower.
I know, but there are girls
I'm proud of
there are
the fact
girls
that
that
I
can
can
handle
barbecue.
lawnmowers. I feel that you really, that's if I were a girl that could fix a lawnmower, I might be offended. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I mean, to be inclusive, we got to let the girls.
I
Fix the
really I got a
lawnmowers.
charge out of learning how to grill on a grill and become a grill master.
No,
Because,
you're very good at it.
Yeah, because
Used to be the man.
barbecuing-
It was the man's territory.
It was the man's territory. Barbecuing was the last holdout, right? That,
Well, there's a comedian that used to do a routine on that. That's hilarious.
oh, really?
Oh,
And it's true.
it's called the last frontier for men. And
Well, not anymore because I grill like nobody's business.
my mom actually had a barbecue put in the house. Because she didn't want to go out.
I wouldn't put it.
So
Put
she had a
Debbie on the
hood.
barbecue.
No, she had a hood.
Yeah.
And she had an open flame grill. So because she didn't like me, she likes if you're going to cook a hot hamburger, hot dog, whatever you want on the open flame. So she had one put in the house. I think that could be in our future because then I don't have to keep running outside.
No. But you see, you have to understand something.
I understand that I keep having
Even
to go
when you
outside to
cook
turn on
bacon,
the propane.
it splatters everywhere, and the men don't have to clean up.
Who cleaned up the bacon this morning? I
No,
ask you.
I
Who-
thought it was Vanessa.
Oh, so let's get down to it. Vanessa, who cleaned up the bacon this morning? Jehudi.
It
No,
was
I
Vanessa.
did it. No, it was not. I
Vanessa,
cleaned
is
the
it
grill.
True?
No, I'm talking about this morning.
Okay, so you went to cook bacon.
No, wait,
and
wait,
I
wait,
said,
wait.
please don't make a mess because it's so hard to clean that grease.
I
up, and
cleaned
I'm-
up the grill.
I'm stretched as far as I can be stretched.
But I cleaned up the grill.
And so you cleaned up the grill because when I went out there and Vanessa saved my bacon. Speaking of bacon, because she cleaned yesterday
And people don't know
don't mind to cook.
Vanessa's in town. You might want to set this all up.
I'm going to set it up. But first I want to set something else up and I want to see who's here and then we're going to go to that and then we're going to give away prizes.
Well, you have your clip here.
I know. So first of all, hi you guys. I missed you last Saturday night. I did. I missed you so much, but man, woo, I had a headache last Saturday. You had one last night. I think we need to drink more water is what's going on. It's awful dry here right now. It's cool. Oh, the weather's gorgeous though.
And the humidity is like
Wait till
-5.
January, girls. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And something kind of bad happened this morning, but it ended up. This is a way to get woken
I
up.
thought it was part of the exercise program, kind of like Jack
Todd
Elaine
was-
on TV.
He got up early. I got up early because I have to take care of the chickens, let them out, feed them, etc. And so I go out to feed the chickens, and Todd, thank God, hadn't left yet. And he was outside, and I was doing my thing. It takes about an hour to do all the chicken duties in the morning, starting at 7:30. So I notice I don't see the emu. Usually when I open the emu's gate, she comes running because it's morning. She's hungry, just like we all are when we wake up. And she didn't come running, and I was really worried because I see her every morning. She comes running around the corner. No emu. I noticed her gate was open. That was my fault because last night I had so much going on and I was doing everything in a hurry, and I thought, oh, I'll just let her out, and then I never went back out last night to close it. But that wouldn't be a problem, except the side gate, which is supposed to be closed all the time, was wide open. So guess who got out?
Well, there's a third level of protection.
Oh, and then the front gate, which is it's always closed at night, always. That was open. Because, you know why? Because Jerry was the last one to leave last night. And he said, aren't you going to shut the gate when he was leaving? And I said, oh, I don't have my clicker. I'll come back and do it. Well, I was so tired, came in and fell asleep. Now, we have 3 gates that are usually closed, wide open. The emu got out of all 3 gates, and my biggest nightmare came true. She was out in the desert. So I
took a picture of her, actually.
Did you? I was
standing
flipping
there.
out.
I didn't bring my phone, but
they can run nearly 40 miles an hour. And so I'm like, how are we going to get her? We had my Jeep, his Range Rover, and then a neighbor of ours who we've never met before. Did you get his name, I hope?
Yeah.
What a great guy.
He was watching out of his window.
He was watching out of his window and saw all these people chasing after what he thought was an ostrich. And Steve, he was.
Well, Steve and I were on our way to play golf.
Right.
Literally getting in the car when you said
the emu is missing. So I went out front, and she was just kind of grazing in the desert across, and I thought, okay, so I went over to her, and she did not want to come in, or she got freaked out.
No, she didn't want to come in.
It was
a nice adventure.
But the rocks and the desert's rough.
I can assure you that bird was at home.
Yeah, no,
more at home than we were.
But the bad news is that she ran around, and we were chasing her around for at least an hour. I think it was more, right?
Half an hour.
Oh, it
seemed like a while.
It did seem like a long time.
The whole thing was an hour. By the time we got going, we were an hour late for golf.
Because what you don't want is a 6'2" bird who can run 40 miles an hour to run out into Las Vegas Boulevard. Because
well,
it was
the issue was, she just didn't want to go back in, so it became an issue where we're having to use cars.
It was a battle of the wills.
So the only way to actually herd her was to herd her with the Range Rover off-roading across the desert, and that worked to a point, but she kept, eluding the Range Rover. Then the neighbors saw us, and another car got in the game. Pretty soon we have 2 SUVs driving through the desert. At one point, she put her head down and took off, and I was chasing her in the Range Rover, and she had hit 40 miles per hour, almost 40 miles an hour. When she runs, if her head's up, she's only going to go about 20, 25 miles an hour. When she puts her head, they put their head down low.
It's almost like straight out. It's weird.
Very aerodynamic is what it is. And off they go. And she was just, and then she turned around the corner, and was heading down to the housing development.
And I went all the way down there, and I got lost in the housing development because it's like a maze over there. And I could not believe, so I get lost in the housing development looking for her, and I finally find my way back, and when I come back, there's 3 police cars with, their lights on.
Well, Steve was actually the one that I had pulled in.
They got a call.
And ran in to close the second, once we got her in the gate finally, then I got her to the second gate, and I closed the second gate, and then Steve was left out front with the Range Rover, and the police came up to Steve. He had just got out of the Range Rover. He's standing there, and the officer came up to him and said, do you know anything about a Range Rover chasing an emu?
An ostrich.
No, he knew it was an emu.
Did
yeah, and Steve goes, standing in front of the Range Rover like what? what gave you the idea that there was that would be us standing in front of the Range Rover? Anyway, they obviously knew. And then I came out of the driveway, and by that point there were 3. They came from all sides. I go, hey, where the hell were you guys 30 minutes ago? Could have used that roadblock. I mean, you had 3 cop cars with the lights going. It would have been awesome. She probably would have freaked her right out, and she'd run home.
But you know what? It was great. So
was
Todd leaves. There's cop cars.
But
up
I
front.
was sweating my ass off because I was not always in the car. I had to chase her on foot.
Yeah.
So I've run about 10 miles today.
I know you were sleeping right before the show. I hated waking you up, but
You did not wake me up.
I do
You took
hate
great
waking.
pleasure
No, I
in waking
do
me
not
up.
take pleasure out of waking you up when you're sleeping. You're so angelic. But so I go in, and the police officer says to me, I said, "Can I get you guys a cup of coffee?" And I'd say, and a donut, but I don't have any donuts because, we always think of.
I think that's a cliche also.
I know, but anyway.
That's very anti-police, the
Oh,
donut
it
thing.
is not.
I think they just as soon have a bacon and egg sandwich.
And they said, your husband said that there's some Star Wars memorabilia here. I said, there sure is. Would you like to come in and see it? And they were like, okay. So they
The
came
word is
in.
out down at Metro about this place.
I know.
The good news is
And I'm glad about that.
Right. So there's a couple of strategies about dealing with police. I have one easy piece of advice. Way better to have them all being your friend. Because then
Yes.
if you need help, they
there.
come for you. And the idea of being anti-police, get to know your local police people.
Oh, they were
I mean,
great.
no, but it's not, there are people that work your area. Get
Mm-hmm.
to know the people that work your area. It'll only benefit you in the end. If you're in a tough spot and they know you,
Actually,
they're not
were
going to
you
be freaked
aware
out.
that the one officer that was
Had
the
been
one
here before.
Had been here before.
I was aware.
We had a car stolen when COVID was about 2 months in. One of our cars was stolen, and that police officer came here to take the report, and that's how I found out that they didn't have any hand sanitizer. Was from that officer, because we started talking, and I said. They were talking about how they didn't have any hand sanitizer because there wasn't any, and I said, I have some. And I showed them, and they were like, not the CBD. So I gave
but
it to
it
them.
is kind of outrageous.
But that's how we came up with the idea of all of us buying the hand sanitizer together, which is what you all did with us.
Yes.
With the auctions. We bought thousands of bottles, not little bottles, but thousands of bottles we had made for them, and so they were ever so grateful. But anyway, it was a wild March hare morning, and the emu's feet are all scraped up from the rocks, and that makes me sad. But
She'll be fine, but she also needs, I don't know if she's smart enough to learn a lesson or not. I mean,
well, she can't. She can barely walk. I mean, she's out there just
Good.
resting, and I took her food and her water, and I
we
think
wore
it's
her
gonna-
out, I'll tell you that. I
That's
could
gonna
tell you by
take
the
her a
time we
couple
got
days
her,
to recover that.
by the time she made round, I'm telling you, she ran 10 miles at least. Time we got her in the driveway, she'd had it. It was over.
I know.
Her mouth was hanging open. She was drooping. She had blood coming out of one of her toes. She had tripped on a rock somewhere along the way.
Oh, I know. I followed the blood trail back to the pen, and she was back there. So she was laying under your heater tonight.
Yeah, I
That
turned
made
it on.
me feel good because it's getting cold here. It's getting cold all around. Carol Riley says, Boom Boom wasn't running away. She was initiating a get-to-know-your-neighborhood patrol.
Well, I can assure you that everybody in that neighborhood over there knows about this now. And I can assure you that everybody at the golf course knows about it, because by the time we got to the golf course, we were late, and the word got out why we were late. And so we ended up at the golf course explaining this entire story over to everybody at the golf course. And we had to tell, literally everybody knew we'd been chasing an emu around all morning. But, if you're going to have an excuse, this is better than my dog ate the homework, the sun was in my eyes, those kind of excuses.
Yes.
You always want to go with, I was chasing an emu 10 miles all morning long, and that's why I'm an hour late. This one works. I mean, you could say a lot of excuses, but that one is likely to be effective, wouldn't you say?
You know what's funny? Who was it that just said, there's always something going on at this house? You know what? That is true. There is always something going on here, but it's always something. That was not great, but we usually have some fun things going on. People love to come visit here because
they get to run around in the desert and chase emus all morning long.
But it's always just really I don't know. This is a really fun, loving house, and we call it the Heaven on Earth Lodge because it's about as close to heaven on earth as you're going to get. And so, yeah, all I can say is, oh, and so now all my chickens, Nugget's now sleeping with the hens, which last night.
No, I pulled him out of there.
I saw that, thank you, because he's never not spent the night with us. He usually sleeps in our room.
He didn't seem to mind.
But last night I let him, I went to get him and he was in the hen house.
That's where he was. Oh, and I got him.
And was he sleeping on the bar? Was he next to Jonesy?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not next to you, the speckly one.
The speckled one? So, Specs, that's her name. So I was up, I would wake up every hour thinking about my Nugget because he always spends the night in our bedroom. And when I went to open the doors this morning of the hen house, he was standing there all ready to go, and I don't know. I'm glad you brought him in. I missed him. Plus, I have to catch a flight tomorrow.
Oh,
so
he'll be on top of your wake-up call.
Oh, yeah. The wake-up call will come at 4:30, which is perfect.
Some of you guys get, actually have alarms or use hotel wake-up calls,
Yeah.
and she has a bird that wakes her up right on schedule.
I do, and wakes you up as well.
Well,
although
that's,
you
if
could
you
sleep
ask,
through an earthquake.
well, only if I'm
light
not,
sleeper.
if I have no schedule, yes.
Yes. No, you're very good about being on time. So all these chickens, and then everybody knows Aspen, who is Brooke's daughter, and Brooke is, working with me at Cat Cosmetics, and I absolutely adore her. And we've been friends a long time.
And I'll tell you one thing.
What?
You come in there and try to take stuff, loot the Cat Cosmetics, you're running into Brooke, and she's a 20-year police officer. It's going to cost you.
No, that's so true.
There'll be tax collected.
This is the wrong street to come
Wrong
down
place.
if anarchy breaks out. We've got 3 of us on this street, and it's not good if you come down here.
There's your video.
So, okay, so let me set this up real quick. So, Brooke has 2 daughters, Justin and Aspen, and I think Justice and Aspen, and you've met them both on My Cat Solo, and you've seen Aspen up here. And Aspen is in the back tonight working. Hello. And she has chickens. Guess where she got this crazy idea? So she has, how many chickens, Aspen? 8 chickens. And 2 of them happen to be very unique. So this was on the news yesterday, or was it day before yesterday? It was on the news a lot here in Vegas. These chickens have become quite famous. But I love this news piece so much I wanted to show it to you guys because it's feel good, all right? So you're going to see what Brooke looks like now because everyone talks to Brooke that's at Cat Cosmetics, but you've never seen her. And so you're now going to meet Brooke and see Aspen and Golden and Knight. Here we go.
Apple TV. Here we go.
Apple TV.
Oh, boy. Come on now.
This brush is nice. The brush is like flexible. Look at the difference. It like thickens them.
Doesn't look so good.
I love this stuff.
It's loud.
I can't do anything about it.
We know you people love the Golden Knights, but this hockey team gets love all across the animal kingdom. Dogs love the Golden Knights, cats love the Golden Knights, pigs love the Golden Knights, but perhaps their biggest fans are these 2 chickens.
Why'd the chicken cross the road? Did you know the Golden Knights?
She already answered why. Pay attention. And what better way to start this epic tale than a good old why did the chicken cross the road?
I can't
joke?
turn it down. I can't run sound and be up here. If you want me to go there and be operator, I will.
To your chickens.
Well, this one's golden here, and this one's my night.
Golden and Knight are Americana chickens. Aspen says the girls are very well behaved most of the time.
Don't you dare peck my hand. No.
Like any good big sister, Aspen looks after and loves her little sisters. She even sings to them.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, our girls.
Shortly after they were born, Aspen and Brooke noticed something about the chickens. When the humans sat down to watch a Golden Knights game, the birds watched too, eyes glued to the TV.
didn't realize how much they loved hockey until they got completely crazy when they were still in their playpen in our living room. And we would be watching the games, and they would start to waddle back and forth and go crazy, and then we would let them out, and they would sit and watch the entire game.
Hockey-loving hens. Who knew? Aspen and her chickens also have the same favorite player.
William Carlson.
William Carlson. Yes.
The family also loves them some Mark Stone.
We used to have a hamster named Stone.
Yeah, about that.
You can't interview him, he's dead.
Like any self-respecting Knights fan, the chickens rock some sweet game day duds too, with a line of custom-made dresses handmade by Grandma.
They looked really good in their dresses.
They do. They look fantastic in their dresses.
If they wanted that dress, they'd say, okay, keep that dress, keep that dress. That helps them win. But then if they lose in that dress, then you go to a different dress. You're a mess, Miss Girly.
This is where our fun story about Golden Knight loving chickens takes a serious turn. Aspen and Brooke both fell in love with the team on the night of October 10th, 2017, 9 days after the horrific shooting. In front of a devastated sea, the brand new Vegas Golden Knights honored local first responders at their first ever home game.
My mom and my real dad were police officers on October 1st, and we got invited to the inaugural game. And my dad got to walk out onto the ice, and I just started really loving how they supported my mom and my dad.
She got woken up in the middle of the night when we got the call, and we had to go. So we had to load them up and take off. We had to drop them off of Grandma's, and off we went. So they didn't see us for almost 4 days straight.
Aspen's dad was one of the officers who bravely rushed into the Mandalay Bay that night.
He had to barricade the bad guy's door and then make entry.
9 nights later, 18,000 people packed inside T-Mobile Arena. All the emotions were felt that night: sadness, anger, resolve, and love. Love for each other and this new hockey team.
For us, it gave just an immediate something to look forward to every 2 to 3 days, right? And the season had just begun, so we had every couple of days, we had something just to completely take our minds off of everything that we had been through, everything that we were going to go through, everything that we had to respond to, all of those kind of things.
Come on, Golden.
4 years later, that love for the Golden Knights is stronger than ever. The whole family gathers around the TV to watch every game. 4 humans and 2 chickens.
Go Knights, go! Go Knights, go! Go! You're not cheering. Go, not chicken. You what?
I hold up a chicken when I do it.
You hold up a chicken. That's true.
Oh my God!
So special thanks to Hannah here at Fox 5 who edited that piece for us. The entire family will gather around the TV again tomorrow night, 4 humans and 2 chickens, when the Knights play Nashville.
We're back. How cute is that? I mean, those chickens are now so famous. This is the 3rd or 4th time they've been featured on the news, and I love it because they literally wear those little outfits and they sit on the couch and watch the game with the whole family. It's so incredible. So I love that piece. I hope you liked it too, because we all need a feel good, of course. All right, so speaking of family, I am going to relinquish my seat for a moment because we have our family here, and I'm really we talk about Vanessa.
Why do you want to relinquish your seat?
I'm going to relinquish my seat because I need to go get something out of my office. That's important.
So there's ulterior motives.
No, and also because I don't know if we can both fit in this seat together.
Well, we have
Jeannie, and I want her to have a mic and have a moment.
Well, we're going to use the handheld mic.
So here's what we're going to do. So I want you to meet Vanessa. So Vanessa is Todd's daughter, and I'd like to think of her as my daughter as well. And we had a really great day today together, which was great. And her little girl's name is Sadie. But this is a unique story because Todd met Vanessa's mom he knew Vanessa. Actually, Todd was Vanessa's godfather, is Vanessa's godfather, because you were friends at one point with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you knew her mom and dad. He was friends with them. And then, so Vanessa was his goddaughter. And then that marriage blew apart. And Todd ended up marrying her mom. Now, Vanessa was three-ish.
Yep.
And so Todd raised Vanessa. So she thinks of Todd as her dad, her solo dad, you know, and she's beautiful and a beautiful person. So let me bring Vanessa up here to say hi to everybody.
You can talk.
Where's my girl?
Says that the video ended.
Yes, you can bring Sadie too. And
That's
and
interesting.
I'm
So
going
they
to go
cut us
grab
off.
something.
They cut us off, apparently.
They cut us off.
Apparently,
You know why?
Too much Fox News.
No. It maybe it was but it looks like we're still on.
Well, she said something that it.
I don't know if we're still on, are
Where
we?
do you see that?
It said it on the on the computer.
You're gonna sit with
It's running right here.
I don't know if we're still on.
Excuse me, do you
Yeah,
guys
we are.
see Kat?
We're still
I'm talking to. Okay, so
Yeah, we're still on.
no,
We're
it's
good.
just off in the. It's just off in your office. It's on right here.
Okay, so
No, we're still on. It
This
says
is
we're
a
on.
let's show it the folks at home how it's done kind of show, because that's what happens when things go
Well, no,
haywire.
we frequently violate some kind of a rule. Where's
we
that handheld
violated
mic?
rules, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let
No, the handheld mic's on right here. Just
yeah,
give
get
that
her
to-
handheld, and I'm going to have you take my seat, and I will be back. I'll be back before you know it. I just have. Okay, you can sit on each other's laps. I want to say, everybody, I will be back. And while I'm leaving and you guys get settled in, I would just like to say this. Yes, I'd like to say, hi, Nikki Luongo, Susan Hirsch, Debbie Bouchard. Look at these fancy boots I'm wearing. Sandy Dynan, there's a new name for me. Hi, Judith IDK, Mark and Kathy Gans, and Erica Escamilla, Angela Pritchett, and, oh, Jerry McCambridge is here. He had Thanksgiving with us yesterday.
There's a picture up there. Look at that picture.
Okay. All right, while they get settled, you guys are live. There you go.
Look at this picture right here. There's a picture of Steve and Sadie and Vanessa and Kat and Todd, and there is the elusive Kat brother.
And Jerry McCambridge took that
Jerry,
photograph.
yeah, I didn't share that one. There you are. That mic is on. Everybody's listening to whatever that sound effect was.
But you are going to have to talk into it, Vanessa.
Nice and slow,
Okay, I'm going to go
just
get
so people
something.
can understand you.
Hi, everyone.
No, I can do it.
Okay.
They're listening to you. Go ahead. What is it you want to say?
Put your mouth on it then.
It's not a good time to be shy.
Yeah, you can't be shy. All right, that was it?
That was it.
Okay. That was her cameo. Okay.
Was that it?
Okay. No, I'm going to sit and talk with Chef Todd. You can go with Dada. Thank you very much. Okay, go. No, you can't take the mic with you. Okay, go with Dada. Go with Dada.
You know, the world is watching, so you don't want to be. This could all be played back when you're like our age, and they'll be like, wow, what was that grumpy look?
Yeah, we don't get M&Ms for that one, right?
Absolutely not, but I don't know why you ran away. Don't you want to sit up here with us? Maybe not. So that's how it goes. So Kat set this whole thing up so that to say that we spent a lot of years together, you and me, and you grew up on the ranch.
Yes. Well, basically, okay, so I'm 38 now. I know I shouldn't
What?
age myself.
That's
Wait, no.
ridiculous. I thought you were 28. 38. What happened?
But I have photos of you with me when I was in diapers, so we've been together for 38 years.
That is true.
You were always around, so.
That is true. That's my specialty, being around.
Well, which my dad's specialty was not being around.
Hey, we had that in common too. So I totally related to the Invisible Father Act, the narcissist father. That's the secret. And Vanessa just wrote a book, in fact. What's the name of the book? Do you have a name for it?
The working title is Mountain of Love.
Mountain of Love. But she wrote a book about her growing up, and including the elusive father, and just what will you tell them what it's about?
Yeah, well, it's going to be about our lives. my dad, his name is Johnny Rivers. He was a lot like Eddie Fisher, just wasn't around.
Yeah, they had that in common.
Debbie used to say that Johnny Rivers made Eddie Fisher look like Dad of the Year.
That is true. That is actually true. Let me see. That's not good. Well, they'd hear you through my mic, but it says it's on. Let's see here. No, it is actually on. Let me look at something here. 1 second. Check. 1, 2. No, it is on. Wait, let me turn mine off for a second here. Let's just wait 1 second here. Go. We gotta see why our microphone is not on. Well, no, I mean we have to look back here at the board. You guys make our pathway. There we go. Okay, I see why. You got to try that.
There it is. Check 1. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, we are having some difficulties.
They could hear you, but you would have been through my mic, so it would have been very dim.
Okay.
So what kind of...
What were we saying? We were...
Well, you were explaining how my mother told you that your father made my father look like Father of the Year.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So that is a hard thing to do.
It is. The bar is so low. It's amazing that you could even squeeze between the ground and that bar.
Exactly.
In fact, the word squeeze doesn't work. Slither might be the word.
That's true. That's true, and Grandma Debbie was right. She said, I hit the lottery because I got you as a dad.
Ah.
And that is a lot of what my book's about. Basically, Todd and Debbie adopted me, and I would not be sitting here today if it wasn't for them.
I think you need to tell that story. So Vanessa started coming home when she was a teenager, like with this, what I used to call sort of this Vato mentality. She was hanging out with these guys who were not my favorite characters. Well, and she had dark lip line. Next thing was going to be tattoos, I figured. And anyway, I said to my mom, I was a little concerned about the direction we were headed. And my mother goes, well, dear, I think she should come on the road with me.
Oh, yes.
Go.
Yes, so Debbie took me on the road with her for about 2 weeks. I was 14. And she decided to take it upon herself to rid me of the idea of having sex for a very long time.
Like her.
Yes. So she talked to me about sex every night for 2 weeks straight. And after that, I was determined to stay away from boys.
That would shock you. You've heard Carrie do her joke about explaining, my mother trying to explain to Carrie. I won't even explain. I'm not even going to tell this story. It's on Bright Lights. But there's a story where Carrie's explaining my mother trying to explain a BJ, and I mean it's like the thing you don't want to hear your mother explain to you at all. And Carrie, it's like haunted Carrie for a lifetime.
Oh well, and when your grandma is telling you that, and you're getting it and Grandma liked to drink Zinfandel. She'd have a few glasses after her shows, and as more wine was consumed, the stories would become more and more graphic. It would be like a sex talk, a complete sex ed.
See, when she would go there with me, I learned what I would do, because you couldn't get her off of it directly. You could not ever derail her from a story straight on. So what you had to do is find a way to get her to look over here at this other shiny light. So I would ask other stories about something else that she wanted to tell actually more. And that would get her off these. There's absolutely no child on earth that wants to hear these stories from their parents.
I got to hear about how you were conceived many times, which was really wonderful. 2 beers and 1 time having sex, and that's how easy it is to get pregnant, ladies and gentlemen.
There's truth to it, though, obviously, because she would say, somebody said, oh, Debbie, that just can't be. And she goes, there he is. Yeah. I mean, that's how it works.
I got that story every night.
And well, that story ended up in her book, my book, their book. That's a pretty famous story. But she actually, the thing about the story that is unique is that she knew she was pregnant, even though it was absurd that she would know. So it was either remarkable luck, in the sense that she guessed it right, but
Well, I think she'd been praying for you for quite a while, so she probably had a deal with God. All right, God.
Well, I said in my book, the only reason why she had me at all was so Carrie wouldn't be alone. I mean, this is not a joke. She truly wanted Carrie not to be an only child, so that was why I was brought forward quickly, because Eddie was on his way out. She knew it, so she chased him down, and that's how that. But you were the first one out. You were actually a love child. That's the fact of the matter. When you were on the early side, her father was, early on when she was conceived, was very doting and loving and all of that. So you're a love child. The boys, on the other hand, were a surprise.
Yeah, I have 2 younger twin brothers, and they were
Oh my God, OMG. Well, they were so Craig Johnson, who we've talked with on the show before, actually walked up to your mother, like she's maybe 4 or 5 months pregnant, and said, "You're pregnant with twins." And she burst into tears. It's like he thought he was doing her a favor by telling, "Oh, what a great thing." And then actually, like 4 months later, I'm standing in the kitchen, and she gets the phone call back from the doctor who says, "You're pregnant with twins." And there she was, bursting into tears again, because she knew she was pretty much on her own at that moment.
Yeah, I tell that story in my book, and yeah, you were like, why is this a burst into tears moment?
No, I literally, she was on a ladder hanging wallpaper, and I can remember the whole day. I looked at her like, this is a strange reaction to have to this. I mean, what am I missing? And then that was the first time she ever said, well, things aren't going so well. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And she's like, well, I mean, the guy, won't touch me, makes me sleep outside in the hallway. I mean, you know the stories better than I do. I mean, some nightmare stuff.
Yeah, if anyone wants to hear the rest of these lovely stories when my book comes out.
No, but you have a positive spin on it. So it's not all like some negative story about some ex-rock and roll guy.
It's not every day that you get adopted by Todd Fisher and Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher, right? So.
Well, my mother, she liked, meddling in the whole thing, and it was good. I think it was a good setup for you guys.
She was everything that Debbie Reynolds did in life. She excelled at it, and she excelled at being a grandma. And she took me under her wing, and she was the best grandma.
I think the road thing, though, it's more. I hope you don't keep it that simple in your book, because there was a lot more than telling stories about sex. Yes. I mean, part of the lesson of going on the road with Debbie Reynolds, for those of you who'd missed out on that opportunity, is you learn life lessons when you're out there, right? You learn about showing up on time. You do your job. After the job is totally in the clear in the rearview mirror, you break out the wine to relax. Okay, all fine, but you never let that get in the way of other things. I mean, what were the life lessons you learned on the road besides when to drink?
Well, like the things that you said, that, your work and everything priority, but family too. Family was number one to her, and even though she was there working, she always made sure that I was next to her, or that I felt like I was important. And she did the same with you and Carrie. She took you guys on set with her. She took you guys on the road with her. Whereas like our dads made us feel like we weren't good enough to be with them, or we weren't important enough. And here is Debbie Reynolds saying, no, I want you on the road with me. I want you on set with me.
She was actually just doing that to make your father look bad. That would be actually how he would look at it. And I'm not lying to you. That is how a narcissist's mind works, just so you understand how the mind of a narcissist works. They would literally think, this person is doing this to make me look bad. Really? Am I wrong, Kat? No. That's how it works, right? It is how it works. Yes. Because she was married to a narcissist too. Yeah. We all have this in cover.
Yeah, we got to get Kat back up
Husband
here.
number one was a narcy, right?
We probably got to get Kat back up here.
It wasn't just the hamburger, was it?
We just have to make sure we know which one we're talking
about. Okay, so
David
David Hasselhoff.
Oh my God, don't say it. I just had a Vietnam.
Well, was he or was he not?
Okay, I have something to say though.
Okay,
what an upgrade is Todd Fisher from David Hasselhoff.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's a downgrade.
I just wanted to make sure nobody thought he was talking about Michael Knight.
No, Michael Knight's a nice guy.
Fantastic human
No.
being. Yeah.
But David, is one of those guys that sets the bar really low, and he makes the rest of us look good. See, I feel like those people are doing people like Steve and I a favor, because they set the bar so low that we barely have to get off the ground and we look like champions. So, I mean, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. I thank Johnny Rivers, David Hasselhoff, Eddie Fisher. You have my thanks for setting the bar so low.
Exactly.
That's about all we have good to say about them.
Kat, are you ready to come back up?
I'm ready when you
are. How about that little girl? Does she have anything to say?
She seemed a little shy.
She was shy.
She was a little bit shy.
Go grab her little butt and bring her up here for a second.
You don't want to come up? Why?
I want you to talk about your.
You know what's funny? She's on her iPad.
All right, I'm in one of those moods.
Shy.
Get the mirror. Oh, you are coming.
Okay, you don't have to then.
It was almost time to get the mirror.
You know what?
Wait 1 second. Tell the mirror story. What happens when I get the mirror?
My mic just dropped.
So I put you in front of a mirror.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Let me get out of your way.
So what I used to do, and I showed this to Sadie the other day.
Hold on.
I have a
Just sit right
secret.
here. You have a nice tiny ass, so you can sit
will sit
right
like
We
there.
call that a narrow
I
ass.
don't know if
I have a
Yes.
secret.
narrow
You
enough.
need to actually go all the way
You
down
do,
because your
you're
head will
not
be
on
out of the
camera.
picture.
There you go. See?
Stay in the back.
Show the folks at home how it's done.
There we go.
That's a good looking group. There you go. Look at that
Yeah.
two-shot.
Oh,
That's a good one. Look.
I love
We
you
had so
too.
much fun today.
We did. We were girls today.
Yeah.
Well, I should hope so.
Well, we did girly stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to just finish my mirror story.
Okay.
This is a great way. I did this with Vanessa. You know, kids, when they get into that sort of moment where they're being like very intense or they want to almost on the edge of crime.
I
or
had a lot of
they're being
those.
very
I was
pouty.
very dramatic.
Yeah, there was drama. And so I figured something, you get a full-size mirror that's tall enough where they can see their entire self. And then you take their hand and you bring them over to the mirror and they have that pouty thing going on. And you say, now look in the mirror, and then they look inside. Now don't laugh, whatever you do. Do not laugh, whatever you do. And there's no way, you could never, immediately, the drama leaves.
The cry laughing
Immediate-
starts happening.
It's the most amazing.
cry laughing.
It's amazing.
Okay, well, we did that with Sadie last night.
Okay, did we not do that, Steve, just the other day?
Yeah, well, we did it with Sadie yesterday in Grandma Debbie's room. We're staying in Grandma Debbie's room here.
Yep.
And Sadie was having a fit, and we said, okay, come look in the mirror. Within 2 seconds, she was
You have to say, now
because-
whatever you do, I always like to, I have to drag it out there. Get them in front of the mirror. Okay, there we are. Look at yourself. Okay. Now, whatever you do, do not laugh. Don't laugh, whatever you do. It works. It's the most amazing thing. I haven't tried it on adults, but it might work with them too. I don't know.
Can't not.
I can't be sure.
Don't laugh. Oh, I laugh when I look in the mirror. All the time.
But it's actually, I don't know if it's an adult thing. It might just be a child thing, but it works like a champ. I promise you. But I didn't really have to do it. I only did it with her because she was the
That was the
she
drama,
She was
dramatic
easy to
one.
make the turn. No, but
Stay with us for the rest of the show.
Brandon was pretty dramatic too. You know, Brandon, every time her mother would leave, literally, he would go to the door.
Oh,
I mean, I'll be like, she's going to the grocery store. It's like could be half an hour. Just chill out.
Are kids like dogs though, and they don't have a sense of time when you walk?
It's true.
Is it?
Somewhat.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
Because when
Nothing is quite like
Until
the
you're
little.
older.
Nothing's like Dwight. I
Well,
mean, Dwight literally
yes.
loses track of time in 30 seconds.
Yes, he does.
So if I leave the room for a minute,
I've
that
got
could have
this.
been like all afternoon. And he immediately freaks out and thinks I've been gone all day.
Well, he when you leave him with me, when you leave him with me, he's pouting and forlorn, and you know it's worse than Yippee. I mean,
Well,
he's really
worse than Yippee.
Yippee used to howl. I'd like to when Debbie used to imitate Yippee howling. when-
Yo.
Oh,
There he is.
there's
There's
the
Dwight.
boy, and he looks good. He just had a bath the other day.
He does look good. How old
Right?
is he?
250.
Oh, wow.
No, Dwight is, we decided the other day, we said he was about 15, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's 15 because I've been around here going on.
This was what he used
12
to do.
years, and he's-
See, what he used to do this with my mother. She would put him in her chair on the set, wherever, and he would just, that's it,
Yeah.
parked. So
You're
he's,
his person. You're my person too.
well, he substitutes, so.
He's
This
my
is-
person.
He heard you say that, now he wants to leave.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you guys are each other's persons since
He's
you're
gonna-
married.
Me too. And you know what's it's funny is like we haven't said that Vanessa's mom actually passed away in August 2008, right? Yeah. And I feel like I know her because when I first moved into the house, everything was still in her drawers. Her notes, her diaries, her everything. And now if she was alive, I never would have ever looked inside that stuff. But because she was not here, and when I first came to that house, I went into the closet because I know she used to pray in the closet.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd heard that. So I went into the closet and I said, and I got on my knees and I said, Christy, I am not here to take your place. I said, I am here, but not to take your place. I know no one could ever take your place. This will always be your home. This will always be your closet. And I didn't take her stuff out of the drawers ever.
No.
It's still in there.
You've heard the story about how my mom knew you were coming before you arrived. Did you hear that story?
Oh boy, this sounds like it might be interesting. Talking to the mic now.
Okay, so when my mom was sick with cancer, she was looking for all different kind of alternative medicine things and anything that, I don't know how close it needs to be.
That's all right.
Anything that she could do to, any type of cure. So one of the things she was looking into is hypnotism.
Wow.
In a magazine, she circled an ad for a hypnotist, closed the magazine. It got left in our bathroom for years. I come home. This is after my mom has passed away, and Kat and Todd have just started dating. I open the magazine, and there is a circle in my mom's handwriting, one word, call.
Oh, I sure hope you kept that.
I do.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
it.
That's crazy.
I tell the story in my book.
Was it
That
me?
yes.
It was you.
Oh my God.
It was your ad. And
That's
from that
really
moment,
weird.
I knew.
I don't think I ever heard that story.
Wow.
You didn't hear, I didn't tell you.
I didn't hear
No.
that story.
Wow.
And here's another really weird thing that showed me it was meant to be. And that was, there was a big library in that house. And so I went in the library, and I was just looking at all the books and what kind of books. And so your mom kind of had a section of books. And there was a book called I Love You, Mom. And it was a Mother's Day book. I think Kelly Ripa was the one who put it together. And they interviewed a bunch of celebrities about their mothers. And I was in that book. I was one of the people in that book. And I'm like, I'm in that book.
Now, was Carrie in there with my mom?
No.
She just had the book?
Yeah, it was Christy's book. Yeah.
Oh.
Because of the mothers, right?
Because yeah,
It was about mothers.
And so I'm thinking maybe the kids gave it to her or somebody gave it to her because there it was. But I said I'm in that book.
Wow.
And
That's-
isn't that
That's
weird?
so weird.
I know, but I always felt very peaceful, about that because I felt like when I talked to her in the closet, that she could relax, that there was somebody to love you, and that I wasn't trying to take her place, and I felt very peaceful. And then there was the butterfly that followed me everywhere. And your mom said what about butterflies?
Yeah, that was one of our favorite things. I think of my mom whenever I see them. So,
And Buck was outside with me one day, and the butterfly, we were from one end of the ranch to the other, and that butterfly kept following us. I was talking about the butterfly last week. So then the butterfly was I stopped to talk to Buck, and the butterfly was sitting on a branch. And I said, "There's Christy." And he said, "What?" And I said, "That's Christy, because that butterfly has been following me for
right.
a long time, right?"
Sadie
So
and I say that all the time.
I put my finger up like this, and I said, "If that's you, Christy, come down and land on my finger." He said, "If that butterfly lands
gonna
on
run.
your finger," because he said, "Don't," because he's black, and he said, "Don't you know black people are afraid of ghosts?" And I was like, and it made me laugh because I know I didn't know that, right? But the butterfly came.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What, landed on your
landed
finger?
on you?
Landed on my finger, and Buck
Took off across the pasture.
You terrified him.
And I just did love that so much. But
Well,
we were
that's quite
talking
a
about
story,
Christy
too.
today, and how loved she was, and everything. What a great person.
You guys shared a love. You guys shared a love of animals.
For
What'd
sure.
Steve say?
And- Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Really? The
Yeah.
name
Vanessa in Greek means butterfly. Yes.
Okay, so anyway,
Mariposa in Spanish.
I
right?
don't want to say anything, but that butterfly is now here, and follows me around. Now they're supposed to turn into caterpillars at some point.
Well, you transport them as a caterpillar, and then you let them come out of their
Well,
cocoon.
they're a
Well-
caterpillar, and then they become a butterfly.
And then the
so
butterfly lives for how long?
Not long enough for that story.
I'm telling you, it looks like the same butterfly.
You
might
you
be.
could say about butterflies they all look alike, but if you look carefully, they don't.
Yeah.
They're actually patterns. Are
we
very
need
different.
better glasses for that.
Well, and mine aren't even
me.
on, so everything's like.
Even me, your daughter, needs better glasses for
Well,
that.
I remember Carrie saying to me, we hit 40, so you're coming up on it, and she's sitting in her bed, and she has her reading glasses on, and she sees me reading without glasses. She goes, don't you think you need glasses? I mean, can't you? I said, no. What are you talking about? I was 38,
It doesn't hit you
My
till
age.
43.
and at 41, whatever, something
Yeah.
right after, like bam. All of a sudden, it was like.
Well, I'm already wearing glasses.
But Carrie
so-
and I genetically, we had the same, many things about our, hair color, eye color, all that was identical. Eddie had strong genes, so did my mom's, but there's certain things that are very similar about us genetically.
Yeah.
I'm sure our DNA would be easy to identify.
Well, let me just say that we're getting very close to giveaway time.
Thank goodness.
And do you know what Ryan, who is here, by the way? Ryan, I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you.
He's snoring. I can hear him.
No, he's not on Zoom tonight, sadly.
No, I
don't
mean,
get
he's
to see him.
sleeping.
No, oh, no. So this is what happened. So he said to me tonight, well, look, we can skip the giveaways tonight because, I haven't packed for my trip, and it's a 9-day trip. So everybody was like, dude, you can't do the show. I was like, got to do the show. And when he told me I can not give things away tonight, I was like, what?
He was just trying to get you on schedule, that's all.
Not give things away? We give stuff, we do giveaways. That's what we do, right? So we also have had so many wonderful donations. So I'm going to do the wheel tonight because
I saw a bunch of...
Is the wheel working?
The wheel
fine?
works.
Okay, so I'm going to have Vanessa stay here.
Okay.
I will go down and do the wheel. I still have my sound. Hey, Shannon Johnston. It's good to see you here. I really appreciate that. She said this is her favorite show so far, and we've done some really good shows, so that's a big deal. And Ryan Clements, oh, sure, make me the bad guy. No giveaways, ha ha. I'm just saying, you said it, and you said it not to be mean, but because you know that I've been absolutely stretched to the max.
Who wants a 4-year-old? a dramatic 4-year-old. Because we're giving one away.
There you go. So I'm going down here. I'm going to spin the wheel. Every one of you, in case this is your first night here, here's how it works. When you enter the room, we see you. Or Ryan specifically sees you because he's on the watch out. It's a school night for Ryan too, so I'm going to make sure I go quickly. So he has written down a name for every number on the wheel.
What does that mean it's a school night?
He has school tomorrow. Oh,
On
no,
Saturday?
he doesn't. Ryan, it's not a school
Well, in that
night.
case, we're going to take 2 hours. Who's ready?
Yeah, let's drag this shit out. Come on.
So Ryan is watching, and he's going to text me and let me know who the wiener is, okay? So I'm going to spin the wheel. You've all been assigned a number. Wherever the wheel lands, you are the wiener. And we will tell you your name. So I'm going down. I'm just going to scooch down
She can
here.
see. Look at the monitor. You can see where you're at.
Okay, I can see. All right, I can need my seeing eye dogs. I wonder if anyone's using that term yet. All right, so I'm going down here, and I'm going to be able to see who won. Are you ready for, let me go to text, so Ryan can text me to tell me who won. All right, Ryan, I'm almost there. Here we go. All right, awesome. And, by the way, you know I love you like a crazy person,
When you're
Ryan.
asleep.
No, when he's awake, when he's asleep, at all times. I love that boy. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Unmistakable number 22. Ryan, 22 belongs to who? Let's see here. Okay, we have a little delay. Number
Well,
22.
Yeah, so Ryan is not on Zoom, so he's going to be delayed as much as they are.
Right.
Because he's watching on Facebook. Which
Vicky Goddess. I think he means Vicky Giddens. Is Vicky Giddens here? Vicky Giddens is a goddess, so it's okay. Now the prizes are up
You
there.
wanna
Do
check?
you see number 1 up on the table
To your
over
right.
here?
Oh, yes.
Number 1.
Here we
Vicky Giddens, let's see what you have won. Oh, yes. Vicky Giddens, you are number 1. Oh, and you have won a prize that was donated by Barbara Hammond. The top of my head is cut off, so I'm just trying to... So,
Just zoom back a little bit.
okay. Zoom back. Who's
Good. Right there.
Oh,
Perfect.
thank you. Is that Aspen?
Oh, yeah. She's got everything going back
We have
there.
an 11-year-old working camera tonight, and that is pleasing me very much. Barbara Hammond, thank you so much. Vicky Giddens, what have you won? You can't. Can you do a zoom on the product while I'm down here?
Yeah, what we can do is this.
I'm
Here's
going to
what
get a
you do.
little more comfortable
Use
if this
camera.
is going to be the way it
Use
goes.
camera,
Oh, no, no,
one.
no, no. You
Let's
stay
go up
put.
on 2
I'm just
for
going
a
to get
second.
more
Now
comfortable.
let's put 2 on her.
There we go.
Oops. That's
All
one.
right, so
One,
Vicky
2.
Giddens, you have
So,
won
Leave that
a
like
brow pencil. It is
But
in
then
taupe.
we'll use camera 1 while we're
And
previewing to
if
go
this
in
isn't the
close.
right color for you,
So while
Vicki,
it's not
this is what
live,
most people are. But if
and
you're
then
a
you can just-
brunette, we
you
can
can
send
fool
it to you
around
in
with camera
brown.
1.
And she also donated this
So now you got one.
amazing, let's see if I can show it. Great. This is my favorite mascara. It's called Black Noir. And also this is the eyebrow pencil. And on the other end, let's see if I can show it to you. It has the little comb for the eyebrows. Barbara Hammond knows that these are two of my favorite products, and I think hers as well, so she thought that you would really love that.
So when she's not showing something, Aspen, go back to the wider shot. the
Yeah,
number
so here
2
we
camera.
go. So you got the mascara and the brow pencil. Thank you so much, Barbara Hammond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, going to number 2. Let's see who the wiener will be. Oh, boy.
Where'd you take your glasses off of?
Well,
her?
you know, that's a good
Here.
question.
You need glasses to find the damn
I
things.
do. Okay, hold on.
You need
Because it
glasses
looks like
to
it
find
might be on
glasses.
the line, but hold
Don't
on.
crush them. They're right behind you.
56. Number 56. 56. Here
Wait,
we go.
come here.
Where does he
Come
think
on,
you
dude.
went?
There he
Number
is.
56, Ryan, is Damn Siri. No, it's not. That's what he's saying. Okay. 56. 56.
Look at Dwight's on camera.
Kathleen Anderson, number 56, number 2. Oh, Kathleen Anderson. You have won a $25 gift certificate to Cat Cosmetics, and that was donated.
Lift it up a little.
That was donated by Cat Cosmetics. So thank you so much. Kathleen Anderson, you are the wiener of number 2. If you win tonight, please do me a favor. Tonight, write info@catcosmetics.com, and Brooke will be able to know, and we will need your address if you have never won before, or if you're not a customer of Cat Cosmetics, because that means we don't have your address. So info@catcosmetics.com if you win tonight, so we can get your address and your email. That would be great. Number 3, here we go. Number 3. This is working tonight. It's purring like
butter.
a kitten tonight. Okay, number 4. Number 4, and so who is number 4? Ryan?
Well, Ryan has to tell you.
Okay, perfect.
Go.
Got it. All right. Number 4. We're waiting because we have a little delay.
We'll show them the prize while you're waiting so we get something
Okay,
to do.
the prize is Silk Perfection. This
Look up.
is one of the best products if you've never used it. It's a makeup primer, and guys use it too just because it makes the skin so super soft. So it's a makeup primer, Silk Perfection. And that was donated lovingly by Barbara Hammond as well. Thank you, Barbara, such a good friend.
Someone's 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's 3.
Did we give the wrong
Did it give the wrong one?
Yes, she needs glasses.
Sorry, I need glasses.
No,
I need the
it's no big
glasses.
deal. Just
Yeah,
change the
no,
tag.
no.
Sorry
Swap the
about
tag.
So
Take
we'll
3 and
just-
swap it.
That's okay.
Steve
so
caught
I'm still
that.
going to give
Now
that.
just swap
I
the
thought I
tag.
grabbed them.
Yeah, no,
Oh
whatever
my
that
God,
is.
Wait. This is, I have to give this to Barb Kevern because she is the winner. So, Barb Kevern, you get what Barbara has. Barb,
No, you get number
Barb-
3.
yeah, you get number 3. Thank you so much. Oh, you get applause too.
All I'm saying is to change the number.
and
That's
Barb,
all I'm saying.
And Barb Kevern.
Next time we'll do 4. It's no big deal.
Okay.
That'll be 4.
No, but we'll switch the numbers out now.
Not that it matters.
So
'cause
what
no
I
one's-
was going to say is, Barb Kevern, guess what? I'm going to be seeing you in a little less
Good catch, Steve.
than 2 months. I'm going to see
Figures
you,
have to do with
and I'm so
numbers.
excited about that. So here we go. Number 4. Let's spin the wheel. Did you guys spin the wheel or spin the bottle or kissing when you were little? Like, did you guys?
Sure.
No, never.
She never did, but we did.
Never.
We had to be from the 60s.
Number 8. Number 8. Oh, this is a good one, too. Ooh, wee. Number 8. Ryan is on it now, and I'm going to pull it out and say what it is. Oh, this we will not have back in stock probably for another 3 or 4 days. or 5
Show it
maybe.
to the camera.
But this is really good. And you know what I love about this? It's great for men and women. It's eye and lip mask with CBD. So what's great is that it has a real healing property in it. If you have really like hardcore lips in the winter, you can put it on your lips, but if you put it on under your eyes as well, it's made for this. Eye and lip mask with CBD. It's an excellent product from Cat Cosmetics. And we are having a Black Friday sale all the way through the weekend, so it's 35% off. And the code is TG35.
Look at your dog.
So here you go. Julie Golden, you have won the lip mask and eye mask. Julie Golden, you are a wiener. Here we go.
Kat,
All right.
look at Dwight. He's on the camera on the right side of the screen. Look at
So
the mush.
cute. There's my boy. There he is. All right, we'll just leave it. We're going now. Is this number 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5 is, by a hair, 23. 23 by a hair.
Here it is.
Oh, okay. So while we wait to see who the person is, this is called Gypsy. It's from my jewelry line, and I love this piece so much because it's longer even than it looks because it has an extender on it, and so it really will fall about. I'm trying to get it on camera. There we go. It falls nice and long, and you guys know I love long jewelry because it does make you look long and lean.
Why don't you come up and help us, Sadie?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Come help, Sadie?
Hey,
Sit back
Sadie.
Sit next to your
you wanna
mommy.
Sit next to one of us. There you go. So let me see who the wiener is of Gypsy. And, oh boy. I've done it again.
Oh, no. Here.
Okay, thank you. See, what's the problem is I can't see
Just leave
to
them
find
on.
them. All right, here we go. Gypsy has been won by Shirley Tate. Shirley Tate, congratulations. You have won Gypsy. We do have your address, so I'm thrilled. Okay, Shirley Tate, that's awesome. Here we go. I'm going to take that back.
Why don't you let Sadie spin the wheel?
Sadie, you're going to be real careful as you spin the wheel, but we're going to let you pick the next wiener. Shirley Tate, congratulations. Oh, wait, who was that donated by? Where's the card?
Here. Oh, here.
Was that donated by? Oh, by me. Good. All right, there you go.
Give it a little
So what I
spin.
want you to do, Sadie, is just do this. Watch. You just push it, just pull it, and let it. So
Gentle,
just
gentle.
there you go. And let it stop. It's on the line. We have to do it again.
Okay, push
And
again.
then you'll know the number. All right. And it stopped on 8 again. So that's already been
Can't do
won.
that one, yep.
And so whoever was number 8, please go out and buy a lottery ticket because you're very lucky tonight.
Sadie
Okay,
picked
Sadie,
you.
we
Give
do
it a
like
turn.
this.
Give it another turn. Give it a spin.
All right.
All right.
Okay, let go.
Okay, let go. Let
Sadie.
go. Okay. 15. Number 15. Let me see who that is while he goes ahead and looks for that.
Which number am I?
Oh, you do. Which number are you? You know what I love about you? You have this really cute little downturn when you talk. There you go. Now, you didn't get a number, but you're a wiener all the time. You wean all the time, right?
You won because you have cool parents.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is number 6. Do we have 8 prizes?
We do.
Okay. All right, so
Sadie, Sadie, we're going to give you your prize after the show.
okay, I'll tell you after the show, but you have a number all the time. You are always a winner, aren't you? Don't you have a great life? You're a winner. See, that's how it works. So now, I want to talk about this gift because it is so absolutely amazing. And
We're on the close-up.
and the reason I want to talk about this, oh my gosh, I'm way too close.
It's out there.
I know, I see it. The reason I want to talk about this is because this is the most unbelievable gift. So I'm going to see who won it first of all, and then I'll tell you what it is.
She's okay.
Oh, it's a first-time wiener. Tony Hebert. Tony Hebert. All right. So Tony, just so you know, this gift was donated by Sharon Amorosa. And before I bring it out, I just want to say to Sharon Amorosa, I just saw, before I came out here to do the show, I just saw, your text. And you just are such an amazing and inspirational woman to me, because you yourself are going through cancer, and then your husband's got so many health issues right now. And we pray for you a lot, and your husband too. You've been together a long time, and you're an amazing wife. And you're also a great friend to the show. Thank you so much for this remarkable gift that you provided for the winner tonight.
Boy, what a setup. We're all
and
dying.
Tony Hebert, I hope you're a Star Wars fan, because Sharon Amorosa...
Because if you're not, it's a waste.
No. Well, she probably is, and I just want to say, so the Star Wars envelopes, these also make amazing gifts. If you know somebody that you have to gift this year, please know that if you're not into Star Wars...
There's something else very important about those.
What?
They're not sitting off the ports in Long Beach.
They're not sitting off the porch
You
in
can
Long
actually
Beach
get them.
because these are from 2007. So these are Star Wars envelopes that were made, and they have the matching stamp on them to the character. So we have Luke,
Carrie,
and we have
everybody.
Carrie, and we have Yoda, and we have Han Solo, and we have all of the characters, and all of them. There's Carrie right there. And they're just beautiful, and they are collector's items because...
Well, here, this is...
Oh, Todd's going to show you something that we
I'll
did.
just get it. I'll bring it in front of you.
This is what we did with ours, and I think it's what Barb Kevern did with hers.
You don't have to...
well.
You can just... Yeah, well, that gives you an idea how
Yeah.
they all...
So there's 16, I think, of them. It might be even 17. It's
17.
Yeah, 17. So see, we had ours framed, and Barb Kevern had hers framed. So this is kind of
But you don't want to do that for shipping and everything. It
No.
would cost ridiculous.
Right, but you cannot even believe what a collector's item that is. So I am and if anybody likes those, we do have them at the Cat Cosmetics website, I think under gifts, and right now they would be 35% off, which would be great. But I'm thrilled. And Sharon Amorosa, I don't even know what to say, because it is so incredibly generous. And thank you so much. And Tony Hebert, congratulations.
That's a heck of a
are
win.
a winner.
That's a
It
big
is.
win.
And it's the first time she's ever won.
Wow.
So you're having a lucky night, all right? So thank you, Sharon Amorosa, and congratulations. Tony, make sure you write me at info@catcosmetics.com. It's actually Brooke that will see it, because I'll be gone. And I'll be away, so make sure you send us your address. You are, okay, number 34. Number 34. Here we go. Fair as can be, 34. Let's see what the number 7 is. All right. Facebook prize number 7. Let's see who it is. Number 34. Here it comes. I see the little...
Well, show what you're winning, and
Okay,
then you
let's
come
show
back
what
to it.
you're
That way we're not
winning.
just staring
So
at dead,
because so many people
dead air.
have this, Paula Fletcher Watts, you have won a copy of My Girls, Todd's wonderful book about his life with Carrie and Debbie. Millions of people love this
Signed
book.
books.
Oh,
not
and
just
it's
the book.
signed.
No, well, not
yes.
yet.
It's
It
not
will
signed
be.
yet, but it will be signed. Oddly enough, this one was signed to somebody, but we're just using it to show it.
Right.
Was signed to the wrong person. So this is our show copy only.
Okay.
So we will sign it to whoever, he will sign it to whoever you would like that signed to, Paula Fletcher Watts. And I'm glad you won. Congratulations! You are a wiener, Paula Watts. Excellent. And here we go. We are on the last prize of the night. And it is going to be... Let's see. 38. 38.
Don't
Boy,
look at
it's kind of a 30s kind of night on the wheel.
No, you've had it.
Well,
You're all
it's
over the
because I'm
place.
38.
You've
Hello.
had it all over the place.
I know.
Yes,
the
indeed.
30s.
All
That
right.
does it.
So, See these cool boots? Did you see my fringe boots?
Are you giving those away?
No, but I have to say, I've been wearing some cool boots lately, but the fringe boots, these have been in my closet for years. I've never worn them until tonight. Yeah, because you can't sneak up on
Those are
anybody.
so cute.
They make a lot of noise. The fringe hits the leather, and you can't sneak up on people. So, okay. Renee Simmons. Renee Simmons, you are a wiener. Oh,
What did she win?
She won. You won big. Look at that. I'm going to put them against. You won two things. You won a pair of swingers, which are my favorite. They are my favorite earrings.
They're
ever.
beautiful.
Aren't
Do you
they
have any of
beautiful?
those?
Oh,
Maybe
these-
Christmas will come
I
visit
Oh,
you.
think I might.
love these.
I think I might need some of those.
And that book was donated by, was it Todd?
Of course.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The book.
Here.
Okay, look on the back.
Yes, donated by Todd
Oh.
and Kat.
Todd and Kat, all right. And then this one, yes, all right, good. I want to make sure I'm giving people, because Barb Kevern donated tonight. And where did this come? That was from
two.
Barb Kevern. Let me look. I just want to make sure everybody gets their due, because that is so awesome. Now, what was? Oh, Barbara Hammond. Put
Okay,
again.
this is not exciting
I
to watch you
know,
rifling
but I
through
just got to
stuff.
make sure I get everybody their due. So, swinger earrings and our brand new liquid lipstick called. I wish you could see it better. Hold on
Zoom in a little
second.
bit there.
On my arm, zoom in. This is
Look
sorbet.
at the
We've
camera, and then you
This
can
has
lift
been a
up to
big
it.
seller for this sale, as well as Squeeze. They're both absolutely beautiful. You can see it. If you are a long-time customer, this was a color called Pounce. And so this color was a lipstick called Pounce. And now it is a liquid lipstick, and it's called Sorbet. But it is so beautiful. Look at this. It is just gorgeous. And it gives your lips a nice little stain. So Sorbet is yours. Renee Simmons, thank you very, very much. And congratulations to all the wieners, and also congratulations. And thank you for the people that donated, Barbara Hammond, Barb Kevern, Sharon Amorosa. You guys are awesome.
Sadie, you want to come up and say goodnight to everybody?
Okay, so I'm going to get back up and sit next
Steve,
to Vanessa.
come bring her up, and Steve should come on camera too.
All right, hold on.
Zoom out a little bit on camera two,
There we go.
so we can get everybody in the shot. Come up here for a second,
Okay.
Sadie. Unless you don't want to, I'm not going to force you. There's no business like show
So
business.
what I'm wondering
There's
is, let
no
me get back
business,
to
I
Facebook.
know. You don't want to
you
be on
don't?
it?
Then you can go back to.
Why-
you can
turn around
play
and
with
just
your
wave.
iPad. I
Okay,
get it.
she's
Sometimes
had it.
that's all I want to
Steve,
do.
why don't you come up for a minute?
So people are saying.
He's good, he says. Steve, what?
I'm good.
Oh, people are saying it is Friday. I never know what it's Blur's Day, right? I've realized you're right. It's Friday because I leave tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Are you packed, Kat?
No, not even close. I haven't even opened this, unzipped the
Kat's going to be
suitcase.
eating dinner while she packs.
Exactly.
But we got pedicures and manicures today, so that's all that matters.
I got my
At least that got done.
my nails look like something.
We may not
that
have
were-
anything to take on the trip, but our nails look good.
But my nails looked like they were about ready to snatch dinner out of a lake. They were so bad. They didn't look human. So I'm very happy.
When we
that-
walked in, they cringed.
They did.
little,
Why?
dude.
He goes, "What did you do to your hands?" I was like,
Played with
"Could
the
you
chickens.
just do the manicure?" It's like this.
You played with the chickens.
They get beat up
Next, we have
outside,
to take the emu because,
but she needs it.
yes,
'Cause
after today.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be thrilled with that idea.
All right. So people, Tammy Williams, I think, or Tammy Wilson, I'm not sure which. Let me look. And it's funny. I feel like I have met Tammy Williams because she came to get your fire back, and Tammy Wilson is coming to get your fire back. Tammy Wilson said, loved hearing Vanessa's stories.
There you go.
And I think somebody else, I think it was Debbie Starr Jackson, said, we will make your book a hit. So what's really great is that the book isn't out. She is just
Finished it.
She's just finished it, and so her agent is now shopping the book, and so what happens? This is how it works. I always say when a publishing company buys a book, then it usually takes quite a while to come out. So it would probably take 6 months to a year for it to come out, even though it's done. But you can be sure of this. It's going to be a good one. And we will talk about it a lot.
Part of the reason why it takes so long is it has to sit in the Long Beach Harbor for 6 months, curing with all the other things.
Do you know that's interesting? Because what I loved about my first book was Simon and Schuster. I turned the book in, and it took a year to come out. I was like, Mike, what?
Because it's printed overseas.
It's printed overseas.
And they come in a shipping container. And
Yeah.
in the old days, they actually unloaded these containers in some reasonable period of time. But now they've got a system that is perfected. It's called leaving stuff in the harbor for months on end.
Yeah.
And then having no trucks to actually deliver after that. It's a great setup. I mean, we have really got the monkeys in charge of bananas now.
But here's what I really like. When you self-publish, which I did with Cat and Fern's Excellent God Adventure, what I really like about that,
Yeah, you're out.
it's you write it, you submit it, and it's
But in theory-
in 2 days, it's on Amazon.
In theory, though, having a publisher, they help promote or should, and then you get other benefits.
Okay, so
Not everyone is as excellent as promoting as Kat. So
That's very true.
but thank you.
She's
but,
a marketing guru.
But let me just say this. Even when you're with a publisher, you have to work your tail off.
Which we
because
did even with my book.
We did, but they were good. You had a good department there, I hired for the 30-day heartbreak cure. I think I spent something like $40,000 on a publicist.
Publicity campaign.
But because the world was in turmoil, much like it is right now, because when the market crashed, they were turning people over every day, firing, hiring, firing, hiring. So I didn't get a relationship with anybody there. But what I learned is that you have to promote anything you do yourself. I saw Patty Hughes today, and she was doing a Facebook giveaway with My Life as Skippy. She wrote a book about her cat from her cat's perspective, which I think is fantastic. And she did a Facebook giveaway today. It's a really great way to market because you're giving something away and you're making people aware of your book. And Patty self-published. This is the second book she's self-published. So good for you, Patty,
She
if you're
knows
out
how to
there.
do it by now.
Yeah. Oh, I know how to do it too because, I had to learn all that for the second book. I didn't want a publisher to say, oh, you can't talk about God. I mean, that's like, because, they do. They tell you what you can and cannot say and what to take out of your book when you're published. So I didn't want the restrictions.
No, I didn't quite have that issue. They didn't actually, because I obviously told some pretty overt stories about my life,
Yeah,
which
but
included the
yours
GOD.
because yours is an autobiography, and mine was a book
Oh,
about how
I
to heal
see.
heartbreak. So they didn't want to offend or cut audiences, because they don't believe in God or something like that. All of it is whatever. The point is when you
It's
if
okay.
you have a story to tell, you tell it and you self-publish it because
But I always say
it's fantastic.
it's okay that
experience.
you
It
don't
is.
believe in God because He believes in you.
Oh, that
true.
is so true.
yeah,
And he
that's
never
true.
walks away from us, but we walk away from him sometimes. But what's amazing, he doesn't go, oh, well, and turn his back on us. He waits on the shore with open arms for us to come back, which is what happened with me. And, so it's never too late, right? Never
Never.
too late for anything. I don't care how old you are. If you have a dream, you stay on it because it's just an amazing thing how God
There's
works.
a song that I know that goes like that.
Like what? What?
I had a dream.
Oh, I dreamed a
Here's a
dream.
dream gone by.
Oh yes, that's
You're the
right.
expert at that.
And so I just want to say thank you everybody for coming to spend your Friday night with us. And I'm so happy they got you got to
Oh,
meet our
it's
girl.
so fun.
And you know how great it is just to be able to be here and
Watch your wire there. You're hooked.
oh, I know. When I get up, it could be all over.
No, don't break
So
the
we
wire.
we went to H&M tonight because they were having a 30% off sale, and we only had a half an hour. And I said, let's go to the H&M because I love that place.
If they knew you were going to slug them, you probably could have got that sweater for free.
I got 30% off, so I paid $12 for this sweater, and I love it.
That's
I
a pretty
mean,
good deal.
Looks good.
Yeah. Did I tell you they had good deals or what?
Yeah, we
It's-
had fun.
It's fun.
Imagine what we could have done with a whole hour.
Well, we had a half hour.
And if you had $100, what could you have done?
Exactly. But, anyway, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow morning. I'll be in San Antonio, Texas, and after that I will be near Little Rock, Arkansas. One is a private event, and the other one is me to go get my schedule set. I'm going to a convention where I meet with my agent, and we take meetings, and I get my schedule for 2022 set, so I'll know what I'm doing in January. I'm so excited because I get to go back to a fair this year. I got booked already for some state fairs next year, and I'm real excited because I'm going back to one I haven't played in about 3 years, and ooh, I love it so much.
They're fun.
I
I
can't
got to
talk
watch
about
you.
which one it is yet until I sign on the dotted line, but it's a formality.
A fait accompli,
A
as the
fait
mama would
accompli.
say.
I love you guys. Todd, do you love them?
I love them so much, I just cannot stand it.
It's you too. It's he's not a man of these kind of words, so I really put him on the spot,
I thought I delivered that pretty well.
You did. It was a wonderful delivery.
They even bought it, some of them.
Do you love them?
But Todd's favorite
Yes.
line is, "I love you when you're asleep."
Right,
and I love them when they're
exactly.
sleeping,
So I
for
guess
sure.
it's time to go to bed.
So, let me just say this. I will be doing solos while I'm gone. I will alert you with a card. I just bought I was at Home Depot and I saw this thing about this big, and it's a travel ring light. So I bought it so I can take it with me and do
Well, you
do
have
solos.
a small ring light.
No, I have big ring lights.
No, you have that little one. It's about that big.
Where?
In your office. I set up here. The tripod folds down that big, and the ring light's that big.
Oh, but this is great because it's ready to go. It's RTG, and I paid for it. Unlike the people who looted the place while I was there. What is up with that?
I'm entitled.
I know, but here's the deal.
There's the next book.
This is the Wild West, baby. This isn't California, so they
Beware.
better be careful.
Somebody
Yes.
might slam you to the floor
Yes.
over a pack of cigarettes.
Exactly. All right, you guys, thank you so much. We love you, and I hope we had fun with you. You had fun with us tonight because we sure had fun with you. We'll see you. Are you going to do shows while I'm gone?
Oh, yeah, constantly.
I'll keep you posted.
I'll
'cause
be on
I'm
the
one
golf
that
course.
does
Let
the
me know what
marketing.
happens.
That's right. You're just full of it tonight. Why don't you go ahead and play the Rosie O'Donnell piece while everybody says good night to each other. And I'm going to just see who's
How
there.
about that cool picture we've got there?
Diane Vasquez.
Why don't we bring that picture up? Look at that cool picture right there. Look.
Oh, that is a cool picture. How about the animals? Can you get in and see? I'd like to see how Nugget is faring, or how
She
let me
knows.
see Charlie. No,
Bird zone.
I want to see
Bird zone.
Bird Zone. Yeah, let's see.
Get
where
up
that
there,
is.
Bird.
Oh, that's the stage.
Oh, well, no, we got the wrong thing on
Oh, we had. So we'll talk about that next time. But boy, an album was just recorded here. I'm old. I just said album, and it's the guy was an amazing singer. He's the drummer for Journey, and he's used to singing lead, for them sometimes. But I was just absolutely blown away by his talent. Absolutely, this album is going to be amazing. Can I still say album?
Yeah.
Because they press records.
there. It is.
again, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are sort of.
So Todd's trying to find my.
No, I got it.
Okay, my turkey.
No, I don't. I have to go back there if you want that.
Oh, okay. No, we don't want that.
Okay, so we're going with this.
There you go. Good night, everybody. Love on each other and yourselves. Good night.
I love your show. Everybody goes to love the new show.
I love your museum. I went there in Vegas.
Did you go see my little place in Las Vegas?
I did. And I loved it.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, it's a little Hollywood extravaganza. The
thought that was a
costumes,
good
the
show.
stuff you got there.
It's the only one of its kind in America. It has all the famous stars.
amazing.
Oh, horrible,
Everyone
though.
that I love.
It's so sad.
So I tried to buy
People
something
really
for
like-
everyone
like to
and
hear
save it for all the fans.
And did you go to all little auctions and pick up things?
Yeah, MGM sold off their stuff in 1970, and then Fox 6 years later, and then Columbia. So I just kept buying to have it someplace, someday. I didn't have a dream at that time, but then I bought this little place in Vegas, 305 Convention Center Drive.
Oh, really? Where was that again?
Phone number 7, Debbie.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there New Year's, okay?
Because you work in the showroom there as well.
I will be there New Year's. Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
big show on New Year's. That'll be fun.
Do you enjoy Las Vegas on the whole?
I do. I think it's a kick because it's just not real, you know. And you can live very normally there if you want to, which I don't want to.
No.
I like it because you can go shows every night. You can be home. You can be normal in Vegas, or truly you have the wild world out there.
That's right. And you can get a 7-course buffet for $1.95.
99 cents.
99 cents. It's at Circus, right?
Breakfast, 99 cents.
Right. And if you eat at like 4 a.m., you get a steak for $0.25. Isn't that true? Is it a
Yeah,
weird
if
thing?
you want to be sick all night, you should do that.
All
That's
right.
just-
Now you finally go back to movies after 25 years. What made you go back to do this movie,
I
Mother?
know.
Which I hear, by the way, that you're going to get nominated for Academy Award.
Well,
That's what they're saying in the paper. What do you think?
from your lips to their ears, right?
All
Well,
right.
I hope they see it. You know, sometimes I've been in show business movies since it's 49 years now. I started out when I was 16, and sometimes we don't see every movie. So I just hope it doesn't get lost with all the big pictures coming out, because there's so
Right.
many great pictures this year. It's really exciting.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot at Christmas this year. Mother with you and Albert Brooks, so I think people will go see it.
Well, Mother is a wonderful movie Albert Brooks wrote. It's really, really funny, and it's about a guy in his 40s, comes home to live with his mother because he can't figure his own love life out.
Right.
So he figures it's his mother's fault. It's always our mother's fault for some reason.
Did he
So-
call you and ask you to do the role?
Albert, no, my daughter Carrie called me. I was in Vegas doing my show, and it was like after the show, midnight. And she says, Mother, my daughter, you know Carrie?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know she has a very low voice.
Yes.
She's 5 feet tall and just bullies me. So she said I had to read the script that Albert wrote, and he's like a friend of hers from school. The old days, you know, New York and all that. And they were kids together. I thought Albert Brooks was my daughter's boyfriend. I mean, I really didn't know he was this major big star.
Oh, really?
I didn't keep up with it. So she said, well, I had to fly into New York, to LA and read for him. And I haven't ever done a reading, or what do you call them? Audition?
An audition, yeah.
So I didn't know what that was about. So I read for him, and he said, well, that's fine, you've got it. And I didn't know what he meant. And he said, you have it, Debbie, you have the part. I said, Albert, you really shouldn't decide in one reading. You should have me read something else. You see, he says, you're bossing me around already. So you're like my mother already.
You see?
So you got the part. So anyway, it took 3 months. He used handheld cameras, which I haven't ever heard of.
A steady cam, right. A
know.
guy that runs around, it's like a harness. And
It's a harness,
Yeah.
and the camera floats up, and it's fabulous. So it was very
And
exciting
you had a
to
good
do.
time doing it?
I did. I had a lot. Well, it was scary because I haven't done a film in 25 years, and there's a lot of new things going on. You know, the new lights, new ways of shooting.
Right.
But the hours stink.
The
still.
hours stink. 4 a.m., you got to get up.
4 a.m. Isn't that a no, you just said you were a little sleepy. Today
I'm tired.
But what time do you have to get up for this?
About 6:15. I have a son.
It's horrifying.
He's a year and a half. Every day, 6:15. It's hard.
Every day I wouldn't like it.
It's not like I'm working in a factory, like a real job, and I have to work on my feet for 12. You know, people get up at 6:15 for
No,
real
no,
job.
no. We're really lucky because we don't have a jackhammer job. I mean, one of those things
Exactly.
like that. I mean, I wouldn't want that job
No,
because it
but-
would make me very nervous.
Me too. I'll still find a way to complain, though, you know. Even though I got it pretty good.
But that's the way you talk. I mean, in
Yeah.
New York, you
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I had to get up at 6 o'clock, so I'm worn out already. What can you do?
Debbie Reynolds doing
So
me.
what
Who
can
knew?
I do her? I'm going to do her.
All right, don't go anywhere.
I won't go.
All right,
I won't
let's
go.
do a commercial. We'll be right
Okay.
back, Angel. Singing in the rain, unbelievable. Debbie Reynolds, good morning, good morning.
We danced the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. And you.
And you, and you. It was so great. I mean, you were 18 years old.
I was 18, and Donald O'Connor, he was 27. He lives in Sedona now. Yeah. Hi, Donald.
Donald O'Connor, the best. And what about Gene Kelly? You met him? Were you nervous?
Of
for
course.
the-
Well, he was the star. He was the director. He did everything. Gene Kelly and Adele Compton, Betty Green. So many people collaborated on that movie. I was just lucky to be in it. And we made that in 1950. When it was released, it wasn't like a big smash hit. You know, it took a few years for it to catch on because it was a spoof of Hollywood. Now the young people like it. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah, it's great. When you auditioned, did you know how to dance?
You didn't audition in those days. Well,
no.
you're on the contract.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm self-conscious now on my accent there, Debbie. No, you were under contract.
I like accents.
They just assigned you?
Yeah, when you were under contract, L.B. Mayer, he was the boss. He just called in Mr. Kelly, and he had me in there first, and he says, now, Debbie. Now, he had a little accent, so I'll do it as well.
All right, go ahead. You can do it. Even do it to me. I don't care.
No, it wasn't your type. It was not a New York accent. It was a little bit Jewish, you know. I said, Debbie, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be in a movie where you're going to dance, and you're going to sing, you're going to have such a great time, and you're going to be a big star. And then Mr. Kelly comes in, and he says, so, Gene, you got a star. Right next to you, that's your star. So Gene says, well, how do you do? And I'm sure he would have liked to have chosen his own leading lady. And Mr. Mayer said, so say hello, her name is Debbie. So he says, hello. He says, can you dance? And I said, no.
Oh, no.
That picked his day right up. So the Irish, Gene was a little, he says, can you do a time step? I said, I can do a time step. So I showed him that, and it was pretty awful, I'm sure. Then he said, can you do a maxi forward? And I said, is that a car? Because a maxi forward is a tap step, in case anybody wants to know. This is a maxi forward. The camera backs up. You just go like,
do the maxi forward. Pretty good, Deb. Maxi. Pretty good.
Maxi.
The maxi forward.
Maxi.
And your name was not always Debbie Reynolds.
No. When I was first under contract to Warner's for a year, they changed my name from Mary Frances, because I'm from Texas. And everybody in Texas has two names, Sue Ellen, Lisbeth Sue, and my name is Mary Frances. And everybody said, that's really boring. I like the name of Mary, and I like Frances, but they changed it to Debbie. Now I've been Debbie so many years.
And did you mind it?
I did. I didn't answer for 3 years.
Really?
But I fought for Reynolds, because I said, that's my dad's name, and I was really proud of my daddy. He moved us from Texas. We were really poor, and he helped our lives all be better. So I just insisted that I'm going to stay at Reynolds.
And how'd you lose the accent? Did you go to coaching?
Studied, yeah.
You did,
so you have a chance.
You think? All right, Debbie. Well, thank you. There you go. I have no accent.
See, she can talk like, good morning.
But it gives me a
Rosie
headache.
O'Donnell.
Thank you for being here, Debbie Reynolds. I would just like to ask you about your granddaughter.
My granddaughter's name is Billy.
She's adorable.
She's adorable. Oh, yes. It's great fun to have grandchildren. I just have the one little girl.
Yeah.
Because Carrie's off in Jamaica now with her. They're going to Jamaica, having a good time. And they're coming back in time for Christmas with my mother, who's 84 now. And then we're going to my little hotel in Vegas for New Year's. So we'll all be together New Year's.
Oh, that'll be great.
Grandma will be up on the stage sparkling. The granddaughter calls me Sparkle.
She does?
Because I wear shiny stuff,
Oh, because you always wear the glitter? Oh, that's so funny.
On the stage, I do. And then she calls me Abba Dabba also.
How come she calls you Abba Dabba?
Want to sing it?
All
You've
right.
never heard of it. You're too young.
I know.
Abba Dabba 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 Dabba,
Send a monkey to the gym.
She knows
Abba
it.
Dabba 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 Dabba, send a chimpy to the monkey.
All night long, they chat away. All night long, they're hugging it. Singing and singing in a honky-tonky way. Woo! Abba Dabba Dabba Dabba.
See, I know it. You were shocked?
No, I'm thrilled.
You see, I know everything. I know those songs.
I know you know everything. That's why your show was such a hit.
I know. I can sing. You throw something out, Debbie Reynolds. It's a curveball. No, I hit it right out of the park.
She's got it. She's got it. The kid's got it.
Now, the movie Mother, you and Albert Brooks, it opens on Christmas.
That's right. Mother opens Christmas Day. I hope everybody will go and see it. It's really funny. If anyone that has a mother will laugh and laugh.
Right, and even if you don't, it's probably a fun movie to see anyway.
Pretend it's father, father, father.
There you go. And again, where's that casino?
In Las Vegas,
Yeah.
305 Convention Center Drive.
And the number again?
7 Debbie.
Oh, all righty. Debbie Reynolds, ladies and gentlemen. It's a thrill to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be